friends, hello, welcome back. Everyone's having a lovely day. Fantasy hockey week 2, it is out today. We have crunched the numbers, looked through the data, looked through who they're playing with, the lines, the power plays, the team, the way the team scores, a good scoring team, and tried to find the best possible fantasy hockey player options for week 2, the players you should be trying to scoop up or possibly build. So quickly we'll just go to we'll go to my team because that's where all the fantasy hockey players are. If you can get that with 215k, probably not in there. Now I think about the probably not in there. I think what happened was I accidentally quick sold them. I had all 25 of them, right? 25 million coins or whatever it cost, and the power went out on a Tuesday night at 3:30 in the morning, so Wednesday morning, right? And anytime the power goes out at 3:30 in the morning on Wednesday morning, everything gets reset for some reason. So that's what happened there. Anyway, we're going to go straight through these bad boys. I really like, unfortunately, I mean this is tough, but I really like a lot of the featured ones this time around, where it's the master set players that cost a little bit more to build. We'll talk about Jordan Eberle first. Eberle, the last time this man had a season where he scored fewer than 17 goals played the entire season was never. Actually, it's never happened. Now, you look at that and say, well, he needs 17 goals to be a 99. The plot twist of that is he's already got 6 goals this season. So subtract that total by 6. But the reason we're starting to talk about him, because we talk about this ever so much, it is so important to start the season hot, because when these guys start the season hot, they can pot 6 this month, they can pot 6 next month. All of a sudden, Eberle is an 88 overall, best card in the game. You ride the hot streaks. I am concerned about him hitting that 99 overall, but I love the idea of riding a hot hand and him still being, at an 82, scores a couple more goals, 84, 85, being a feasible, really good card. You have to remember, it's important. If you can get a 99 out of fantasy hockey, we'll stop and say this real quick. If you get a 99 out of fantasy hockey, well, that's fantastic. We also have to remember, though, a lot of us, by the time April comes around, not playing this game as much. A lot of good cards out there. It'd be great to have a 99 fantasy player, but if it's a 96 or 97, that's all right, too. What could be more beneficial is getting a guy that starts the season hot, pots a lot of goals, and he's a 90 overall by November, a 92 by December. And then all of a sudden, hey, you got by far and away a card that's much better than every other card in this game. Because by the time you get to, again, April, by the time you get to March, April, this card's just not going to be as good when even if McDavid's got like a 92 or 93 because he's going to have that ridiculous speed. McKinnon, guys like that, same story. So getting those guys with that early boost, very beneficial. Then we got Vincent Trocheck. Trocheck, love Trocheck as a heavy favorite to be a 99 overall in this game. He's playing with Artemi Panarin. That's really all you need to know. We'll dive deeper into it if you haven't heard of Panarin. Guy I could play with him. I could play pot 20 goals playing with Panarin. I can elevate a puck to save my life. You just hold it, you just push the puck in. Panarin's gonna find you. Guy's one of the best in the business at getting, bringing up the players around him on his line. Trocheck going to be a beneficiary of that once again this season. So far, 22 goals, 25 goals his 2 seasons in New York. He's got 2 so far this season. He needs 21 on the year after that, so he needs 23. I really like his chances here. Again, considering who he's playing with, pretty big deal. Let's talk about Anze Kopitar. Kopitar, 6'3", 225. The thing that scares me, and it scares me about a lot of these guys, it's their age. Because it just feels like anytime you're after 30, 32, 33, you're more susceptible to injuries. You're more prone to just declining. But Kopitar, last 3 seasons, 23 goals a season on average. I mean, he's been solid. And to think, once again, starts the season with a hat trick. He's due for a little bit of action since and hasn't scored since. But he only needs 21 goals. And I just think Kopitar, we got a little nerdy with this one. Kopitar, he's had some strong Octobers. He's really strong in the months of December and February. And, back after the year, gets to be a little bit leery where he's scoring 1-2 goals a month, March, April-ish. So that means he's scoring a lot of his goals earlier in the season. Again, as we mentioned earlier, beneficial to get these guys out of the hot starters, the guys that play strong in the middle of the season. And it makes sense for a guy like Kopitar, a little bit older. You get back after the season, the body starts hurting a little bit more. You're a little bit more worn down. You ain't as fresh as you once was. So you can see why, somebody like Kopitar is probably benefiting early in the season. For us, he needs 21 more goals to be a 99 overall. And as far as just these regular base, I'm trying to find something. I'll be completely honest. Just looking at middle stat at 84, baby. But anyway, I was thinking Garland as middle stat. But anyway, guys like Comfer, guys like Sorelli, it's like a lot of these guys, they really feel like they're not master sets. They feel like they have to have an outlier season, which that's, common. It happens. Have an outlier season, drop more goals than you expected. But, projection-wise, you look at these guys, a lot of these guys' projections just based off their history, and some of these guys older as well. Bigger question mark is, I'm seeing anywhere from 95 to 97 overalls. Some guys a little bit heavier favorites than others. Like I really like Backlund here at the 90. Again, projecting 97, just projections based off his history here. And the fact that, again, 35. But I like, if you're going to invest in any of these fantasy hockey players, I like investing in the 82s because they're almost, well, they are kind of, depending on your team, they're already playable. You aren't waiting and saying, well, I hope they score a goal and they're going to drought for 2 or 3 weeks. Like, oh, they scored 1 more goal or 2 more goals. They're going to be on your team for a while. So they're usable right off the bat. I really do like that. And it's like, well, it is a bonus that they keep scoring. They keep consistently going up. They consistently work with your team opposed to a 72, a 73, especially when you got these older guys. Again, we just talked about more injury prone, more prone to a decline. I'd rather have the guys that are already kind of baked in a cake with their overall in a big way and just get that slow upgrade progression throughout the season. That being said, though, if I were to pick one, I do like JT Compher. 18 goals per season has been his average. He's already caught a couple, past couple 3 years is his average. He's already a couple this season. I really like him here as a guy that could be a pretty solid, probably the safest bet. What is he, 6'2"? About safest bet is a guy that's going to get the 99. In my opinion, from a fantasy hockey player, that's not a master set. Maybe a guy you hope you re-roll, pick him up. But definitely week 1, I feel like the base players were a lot better than week 2's as far as favorites to get to a 99. Still some solid players. Again, nothing wrong with a 96, 97. Consider how expensive they cost. And, you know, especially if you were to build them collectible-wise, how much those bad boys are costing. You can just get the free upgrades all season, considering you don't have to continuously sell, buy to get the newest, latest upgrades. So I still do, don't discredit it. Think a lot of these fantasy hockey players are good investments. If you're just banking for the 99, it might be a little bit more difficult to find. But you're going to find a lot of guys that are, guys that you can go out and pick up and say, hey, okay, they're going to be good players for my team throughout the season. And that's just as good as well. Nonetheless, as always, if you all enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate you liking and subscribing. You never have to. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.